Lord Mat Fung. Lord of what? Fools and the deluded, of the dead and the forgotten, of those doomed to die when following his orders. Oh, what a fool he was. All too true, but he still had a job to do. And though 𝗂𝒂𝒆cia's death was crushing, it was not, could not be, the last of them that he would face. Somewhere along the way, perhaps when he had died or when he had nearly died again, he'd come to accept that. Accept that whatever choices he made, someone, somewhere was going to die. That perhaps even those he'd come to know as people, as friends, would die. His heart ached, as did his head. Last night, after ensuring that the battle truly had been won, he had spent the evening speaking with 𝗂𝒂𝒂, sympathizing, partaking in a quiet wake, drinking, each in their respective tent or walled map room, in memory of the woman. The other heroes had joined, but it had only been him and 𝗂𝒂𝒂 at the end, late into the night. The orc warlord for his burgeoning love and loss for the woman, Mat for the guilt he had carried, for the minor crush he had developed and then squashed, for the pain and knowledge of what he had done, sending her off to do battle for him, grieving for the loss they had faced, and more, for the future heroes he would have to send to their deaths too. For the only other option was to give up, and that he could not do, not now, not ever. He was not done. It would come, return at some point, in waves that would crash upon the shores of his composure before breaking, leaving him a little more weathered, a little more worn. But he had spent the night with 𝗂𝒂𝒂, and though his head ached and he wished for the hangover potion, he had work to do. The first of which was the battle notification. Battle report. Army number 3 vs. enemy Croftu. Results: victory. 6 units and 1 hero lost. 12 units and 1 hero defeated. 3 units escaped. Rewards plus 12 gold plus 7 reputation. He read the list of lost units over, winced as he saw the loss of the blooded veteran woodling. They were not the only ones lost. Another harpy, mountain 𝗂𝒂𝒂, 𝗂𝒂𝒃 vanguard, and 2 of the base 𝗂𝒂𝒃 units gone. Pure luck left him with the only firecracker flower unit left on the opposite end, the creature having been crushed under a juggernaut and trapped, surviving in that way. Every other unit on that side had been lost. In turn, they had taken out 12 units on their opponent's side, nearly double what they had faced. Now a few of their own units were hanging on by a thread, a single member or 2 left in each. They would have been lost if not for the abilities, if not for the fact that the Croftu had panicked and broken at the end. Overall, the losses had been pretty moderate, if not for... He cut the thought before it fully formed. There was nothing good to be had by pursuing it. Instead, he moved on, glancing at the army list and estimating timelines. Army 1, 2 𝗂𝒂𝒃, 2 mountain 𝗂𝒂𝒃, 2 𝗂𝒂𝒃 vanguard en route to Army 3. Army 3, 𝗂𝒂𝒂𝒃, 1 firecracker flower, 1 harpy, 3 harpy archers, 2 𝗂𝒂𝒃, 2 mountain 𝗂𝒂𝒃, 1 𝗂𝒂𝒃 vanguard. Army 5, 2 harpies, 1 harpy archer, scouting in northeast. Army 7, 2 woodlings en route to Army 3. Army 9, 𝗂𝒂𝒂𝒃, 1 harpy, 2 harpy archers, scouting east. Army 10, Columbia, 3 harpies, 2 harpy archers, scouting northwest desert area. Army 1 coming from Town 2 with its fast-moving 𝗂𝒂𝒃 would take about 2 more days to reach the closest village on the roads available. Problem was, after that, they had to go slower, having to push through the hexes without infrastructure on the way. That would take them at least another 4 days to arrive, less if 𝗂𝒂𝒃 retreated again. "I'm not sure that's a good idea," 𝗂𝒂𝒃 said when Mat made the suggestion. "You don't have enough units, not to take a city, or start a new battle.